You are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. You are listening to our bi-weekly episode of The Show. The Show is where you listen to all the Winnebago sports. We got all the stories. We have all the scores. We go to all the games, all that. This is your host, Coach Q. I'm in the house. Right here beside me, we got Coach Chris is in the house. Also, our other co-host is BLUV.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
And today, right now, we got two guests coming in. First, our first guest is Coach Nick Sansi from the Winnebago Public School. He's here with us to give us some good updates on the wrestling postseason and the ending of one of our girls' seasons in wrestling. He's going to talk about that a little bit, and then kind of give us the inside scoop of activities that are going on in Winnebago. Mm-hmm. Say what's up, Nick.
How's it going, guys? Appreciate you having me again.
All right. Is he on? Mm-hmm. Okay. So BLUV, man. Another couple weeks passed. You know, we've been at a lot more games, a lot more sporting events. I've been watching a lot of stuff on TV too in the evening time. Prize Picks just got me broke nowadays. But I know that I know you guys do the same thing all the time. You know.
Yeah.
I was here's my short little topic for the beginning. Is I was having this conversation about the news, right? Like in my house, like when I'm watching TV, like I never watch like local news or regular news, CNN, you know, Fox News. I never watch them. That's never on my TV. But Fox Sports is on all the time. ESPN, all 27 ESPN programs they have are always on the TVs, you know. And we watch other things too, you know, on Hulu, but just different shows. But the news that I watch is just all sports. You know, I don't even know what's going on like out there in the real world, you know. But
but I was saying you can take a good guess what's going on out there.
Yeah, you know, and I think it just kind of keeps me a little bit less stressed about life itself, you know, not having to know about what's going on out there, you know. Yeah. And but I can tell you that you know that Luke is injured. You know, Luka Doncic, he's injured. He's got a hamstring injury, so he's not playing. You know, and the All-Star game's coming up. You know, I can tell you that Steph Curry just got now he's not going to be playing an All-Star game either. Well, these guys are all getting hurt.
Well, the back burner of the story is those guys forced LeBron to take one of them spots. Or he cried his way onto a spot. So nobody want to play with that clown.
Oh, you should have saved that LeBron.
Well, he's gonna get it when he gets here too.
Okay. Yeah. We'll hey, we're gonna come back to that.
Okay, let's come back to that.
When Coach Manning gets here, we got Coach Manning is gonna be showing up here pretty soon too, ladies and gentlemen, to kind of give us a little rundown of Walt Hill's season, going into postseason too. And I heard they won a big game last night against Oman Nation.
You know, nice.
So I don't know if they split the series between the two teams or not, or if it was 2-1 or whatever, but we're going to get to that story too.
They played each other that many times this year?
Remember there was an all-in tournament too? Yeah. Here in Winnebago, so everybody got an extra game against each other.
Are we skipping early shout-outs or what?
No. I was just kind of giving everybody kind of a rundown of what we're going to talk about later on in the show so they can tune in.
My bad.
Okay, but since you said that, early shout-outs.
Well, I don't have any. I was just wondering.
Oh, no, just here we go.
Now, hey, quick early shout-out to both the boys and girls high school basketball teams finishing second and third respectively in their the conference play this past week. The girls had a barn burner way up in Wynot up there. I guess they end up pulling it off in overtime. The girls end up beating Wynot girls to claim third place in the Lewis and Clark conference. So big props to them girls up there.
Man, Winnebago Wynot games up there in overtime, you know, girls and boys.
Oh, the boys got that first. Well, see, then it was crazy. They kind of flipped the script there because the girls went up there, got 30. The boys went to overtime, barely won. And then when they played them again, then the boys blew them out, and then the girls flipped the script and won in overtime. So it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so that was big ups. And then the boys lost a little heartbreaker. We tried to talk about it a little bit earlier, but you know, down in Wayne State to Wausau, I believe.
Yeah.
Tiny looked like Tiny had a big game, but he actually, I don't want to say met his match, but he ran into someone with the same size, the same his same kind of ability, and so then when Tiny was banging, so then it looked like he was having fun out there. Then when that big guy checked out, then a couple times he kind of bumped into their little guys and got called for a couple of fouls because he was still in that big dog stage. Yeah. But yeah, big shout out to the boys and girls there. You guys played good.
Coach Chris.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the Omaha Nation Lady Chiefs. I know that I seen on Facebook that they got 3 1,000-point scorers on their team.
Yeah.
I believe it's the Walker girls and Parker.
McCall.
The point guard.
Yeah.
McCall Parker.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, so that I want to give a shout out to them, and that's kind of like a big deal because not too often you get 3 of them like all in the same grade, been on the same team. So give a shout out to them. That's amazing.
3 in your family though, bro. Come on now.
We're talking about the Omaha Nation. Chiefs, so.
I don't want to bring it back.
So just to add to that shout out too, they also last week were the DOC champions up there in Mitchell. Is it Mitchell?
Huron. One of them two.
Yeah.
Mitchell. It might be Mitchell.
But it's an annual tournament up there.
Yeah.
The Dakota Oyate Challenge or
I
something.
think four-peat, huh? That's what I heard. They won it 4 years in a row up there now.
Yep, and they've been hooping, and that's all for the Walker twins 4 years because they're seniors this year. So and also I'd like to also say heck out to that shout out for the girls because that's hoopers right there. You hardly ever get that,
Yeah.
3 seniors all scoring 1,000 points, and so it wasn't just about just one girl.
For sure.
And they'll put the work in.
Yeah, I believe the second twin just got hers last night, I believe, against Wall Hill.
Yeah.
Was that right? And then the one got like last week or something, or a couple weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's
good stuff.
Yeah. We all got to get behind them because clearly I believe they're going to make it a little. They'll make it state, and they'll probably make a deep run. So we all got to try to get down there for them. So
yeah, this is the year.
Yeah,
they got to do it this year.
Yep.
Yeah. Coach Nick, you got any early shout-outs, bud?
I know you want to talk about it a little later, but shout out to Ricardo Little Walker and Jared Doxey on their career win records. That was huge for our program.
Yeah, nice.
Couple weeks.
Yep, good shout-outs, guys. Good shout-outs. And myself, I just want to give a shout-out to the 5th grade girls, Little Lady Indians basketball team. Last week, well, let me go back. 2 weeks ago, we played a team from Akron, Westfield, and we were undefeated. They were undefeated. We went to that game. I think our girls were a little overconfident because they had a good season. They kind of ran it up on a lot of teams. Going in overconfident, man, it kind of messes it up for you sometimes. And the girls, we ended up losing by 2. So fast forward it, that was the last league game. Fast forward it, they put us in the league tournament. We were the number 2 seed. They were the number 1 seed. And Beth got the picture of those girls right there. And then we met up in the championship game, and basically just told the girls that either we play the same way we did last time and then just give it to them, or we play different, we play harder, and and we can beat these girls. And so they did. They really got way less turnovers. They moved their feet better on defense to cut the girls off that were getting those easy buckets the week before, and they did a good job on trapping too, because their left-hander would dribble all the way to the basket and they would trap. And then not only the trap, and the girls would stand behind waiting in the passing lanes to get the ball. So there was a lot of steals, and we ended up winning, and we won by like 5 or 7 or something like that. And so so the girls, that particular group of girls is back-to-back league champions. So I gotta give a shout out to those young ladies right there and their parents. And then Coach Doreen Pear, she's the head coach this year, and then one of the other assistant coaches, Jason Bass, he helps with the clock, keeping score with the clock or the book and stuff like that, and always encouraging for the girls and all the parents too. So
hey, just to feed off what you said about these girls and that being overconfidence, I mean that's good to win all these ball games and stuff like that all year, but then it does kind of get a little where they won't go in and play as serious as they usually do, because same thing with TB Select. Our girls, the 6th grade girls, they had a rough outing up there at that same tournament. They won. They played a team that just beat them by 2 as well, and then they ended up turning around and beat them by 2, and then they played their all. So then they had an hour break, and then we played another game. Went all the way down to the buzzer, rough house around. Everybody was getting, a lot of the girls crying. A lot of the girls on the other team was crying because they were playing wrestle, let them play a little bit, and they ended up losing a close one. Then they had to get their stuff together and then go right to the next court and play a South Sioux team, which is always plays them tough. And then they end up losing the close one on that one because they were just, I think they ran out of gas because they were trying to win that second game so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, but they were overconfident. It seemed like to me they were kind of a little overconfident. But you got to have those losses once in a while. You got to kind of stay level-headed and go into the next game. Try to tell my grandkids and some of the players on the team, okay, on to the next now. That one's done. You guys, that one's done. You guys can go to the next ones. Get ready for the next game. So, and we say that to everybody, all these kids. They keep their heads up. A loss is a loss. It's sports. Everybody, you can't win everything, every sport there is. You can't win every game. So that's how you get better. You got to take your dings too. So.
Yeah,
But
that's
congratulations to your squad there, bro.
Yeah. Those girls they're an amazing crew, and just talking about the 6th grade girls and the 5th grade girls, and then even down to the 4th, and then I know Coach Chris got daughters too. What grade are those guys in?
Third
grade. So in each one of those grades, they're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing well. And that right there is being competitive, like you said, being real aggressive and even kind of like really emotional when it comes to like winning and losing and stuff like that. Sometimes people say it's just a game, but I mean, if you're an athlete, it's not just a game, because you're waking up thinking about it, you're going to sleep thinking about it, and so it's not really just a game. It's a lot more than that. And so then when you get that competitiveness, I know Coach Chris can probably even, say some stuff about this, but the competitiveness at that young age is a great thing, because they want to learn after that. Mm-hmm. They want to learn. They want to get better. They want to be the best,
I was up at the game. Chris was up there. We were watching because I have a granddaughter playing on that level too, with his daughter. So we were sitting there. So we got to kind of chop it up a little bit and talk about the Wausau game that was getting ready to come up, and so we were kind of sharing some stuff with each other and stuff. And pretty soon I said, Chris, like I said, there's so many of these young ones. I don't even know who they are. I don't know who their parents are. So I actually asked Chris. I said, choose which one's your little girl? I don't even know which one. Oh, she's still sitting on the bench. I said, oh, okay. She was getting ready to come in. She gets in there. And I don't know what you do, Chrissy. Either bad pass or shot an air ball or something. And I said, you taught her how to do that. And then pretty soon, then she went running back on defense. And then he said, I showed her how to do this right here. Watch it. She really went up for it and scuffed that girl, tried to block her. Of course, fouled her, 3-point play. But that was fun. We got to sit there and watch and kind of just chop it up a little bit. But it's good to see that, that basketball's, with that level of that age bracket, and it's still coming up, and we just got plenty more to be fired up for.
What do you think about competitiveness at that age?
I mean, I'm all for it. I mean, I think it just comes down to, just there's some kids that, maybe they are competitive, but they're just not ready to compete against other certain teams. So always just having a team where, the kids can just go and have fun and continue to kind of develop their love for the game. I think that's important too. And if there's kids that, want to be on a competitive team, then go ahead and just, have an A and a B where, the A team can just solely focus on just competing and, playing against the best. And then, the other kids could just, continue to develop that love. Because I think that's what it's all about too, is like not everybody, has dreams to play basketball forever and, try to seek the highest level. Most kids just do it because their friends are doing it too. So, I can see it on both sides. So just, keep playing. However, whatever it is, if you're doing it for fun, if you're doing it, to compete, just keep playing. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, and then watching that game with those guys, that's what looked like. That's what they're doing. They just wanted to make a bucket and then be fired up on it, you know. So that's what they're all kind of winging them up there and stuff, and it was cute.
You know what?
to watch
One
that.
thing I noticed coaching this group of girls was that it didn't seem like that, like in the entire group, their mind wasn't like totally on like being competitive like that, learning the game and whatnot. Last year and the year before, it seemed like they were still like he said, trying to find the love for the game, you know. And then some girls kind of fell off, some girls kind of got added on, you know, and things like that. But it seemed like the fifth grade year, this year right now, kind of like how most schools would say middle school, is like when they start getting like start being serious about it, you know.
A little more,
Yeah, and then I noticed that about Carr's team too, that that's how they were last year, you know. So yeah, I totally agree about having the fun, because that's how you fall in love with the game, is having fun with it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll go ahead and talk a little bit with Coach Nick here about some. I bet you got that little thing about Chris's comments. All right, we're gonna take a short time on Coach Chris's segment here. He's what's on his mind, and Bess can put up a little visual up there. But Coach Chris, I know you have a topic today that we can talk about a little bit, and I also thought that it was a good thing that Coach Nick is up here, so he can kind of give his perspective too, and maybe he has some kind of knowledge about the topic. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to you.
Yeah, so just a little bit about what's on my mind, you know, just and it's kind of in the realm of, you know, basketball mainly, you know, and it's you know, should we leave the Lewis and Clark conference? And I know we've been in it for quite a while, and I know as of now, like, we're one of the highest classes in Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
And like for basketball, you know, a lot of the teams that are still in Lewis and Clark aren't really, you know, C1 and stuff like that. They're like D2s and stuff. So I know when it comes to like the PowerPoints and like, you know, getting those things to help you to like go to state or, you know, kind of put you up there so you kind of have a chance, that doesn't really help us in a sense of, you know, like we need to be playing against teams that are in our, you know, class C1, and then, you know, playing against teams that, you know, do go to state, or, you know, just to kind of play at a higher level or get that exposure to playing against, you know, more teams. And for examples like Ashland Greenwood, they play against Class B schools, they play against like the toughest competition. And I know there's like a lot of, you know, things that I'm probably, you know, not aware of and informed on, but, you know, for the most part, like in the realm of basketball, I just want our boys to be able to compete at the highest level. I mean, there's a lot of kids that like to compete, and it kind of just goes back to, you know, just the conversation we had a second ago about competition. And I think that, you know, this basketball program and these boys, they could compete against some of the better teams, and they could compete against the best. And going all the way back to, you know, 2015, 16, and 17, there was a lot of opportunity. The boys got to play against some really good teams. I think they even played Omaha Central one time. I think they ended up losing, but that's a Class A school, and, you know, that was a close game. And, you know, kind of just bringing those bigger games back, and it's a good experience for the kids.
Yep.
You know, that competitiveness you have, you know, playing against the best. Like, there's no better feeling, you know. If you lose, you lose, but, you know, if you want to be the best, you got to play against the best. And that's just kind of my thinking on, you know, being in the Lewis and Clark. And I really don't, you know, have too much as far as how it affects like other sports and things like that. I don't really know, but, you know, I just that was kind of just a question on my mind, like, you know, is it really worth it for, you know, us to stay here? And, you know, is it, you know, going to cost us a whole bunch to leave? Like, I don't really know those things.
I guess you got to kind of follow up with that, Chris, too. Is like, because I don't know either. What other conferences are there that have those are, you know, C1 schools? What other conference? I don't even know any other conferences. The one that Bancroft's in, they're all smaller schools as well. I mean, like even smaller than Lewis and Clark. So, what's the alternative?
I mean, I would think that, because I think Omaha Nation has moved up to C1 for basketball this year, and I don't think they're in a conference.
They're not a conference.
I think you better not.
I don't think they're C1. Are they C1?
Not a conference class. My bad.
Oh.
I was just thinking. I was thinking of the C1 teams that are around here. Like, you would have to try to find out what conference they're in, and I mean, I don't even know.
That
Probably
might make
like Norfolk teams, or
yeah, that'd probably make a lot more further
Fremont?
travel too, like further travel, because they're probably out I mean, like get closer towards down south a little more in the bigger towns.
Yeah, to
cities.
play those conference games, it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
I don't know. That's a good one. I mean, that's
I mean, myself about the top or his topic and the different things he was saying about it. You know, personally myself, I know that I enjoyed watching Winnebago play against your Omaha Centrals and your bigger schools like that.
Gretna. Did we play Gretna a couple years ago too, like in
They played-
17 or 18?
Yeah, and I think played Kearney a couple times or something like that. Remember that used to go out. They used to go out to some. You guys went when Devon hit that
Oh,
game
Grand
winner.
Island.
Oh, Grand Island. That was just a showcase. They played like
But weren't they playing bigger schools though?
Yeah.
at the time. Well, what that one that Devon hit that one, that was
Gothenburg.
Gothenburg, but they're a C1 or C2, and then Grand Island Central Catholic and yeah C1s. That's like I said, we probably travel more for your conference games.
Yeah. And I was thinking too, like we have South Sioux on our schedule, and I think they're
B.
Class A school this year.
Oh, they're A this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like, but then you don't want to say, hey, well, let's hop in their conference, because they play all the Class A schools, Sioux City schools and everything. So
Then why not?
Well,
Why
we got
not?
Nick right here. He might know some
Yeah,
stuff.
Nick, yeah.
all right,
Well, I mean, I think like the majority of games you guys are kind of talking about, like South Sioux, Ashland Greenwood, those are like all out of conference games. There's nothing stopping us from scheduling those bigger out of conference games.
Yeah,
Because it's not like we play in a bigger conference where conference games eat up most of our schedule. It takes up about 10 or so games. That's including like conference tournament, in conference games, and all that stuff. Like it doesn't eat up a bunch of our schedule. We can schedule those other games. Like we have Ashland Greenwood at the end of the year.
yeah,
We do try to get those tougher competitions in just
Yeah.
to sort of get ready for the postseason.
Yeah. And I just think if you could just implement more. Like if we didn't have to move a conference, I think that would be good. Like that's just the burning question that I had. Like, like what are the pros? What are the cons? Is there even, like a space out there for us to go?
I was gonna say, I think like the next best thing for us would be like the East Husker Conference, but that one's full. Like they are
Yeah.
not. I don't even think they're taking members right now.
Yeah.
Is that the one? I think that's the one Bancroft's in. Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bancroft they played a tough game against North Bend. Is that what they're called? North Bend, something like that. Those
North Bend
guys.
Central.
Yeah. Oh, those guys can play. So that scheduling some of those teams, or if they got into that conference, I can see where at. But I mean, like I said, I don't know what class those guys are. A lot of those ones in that conference are multiple school. They all got two names and stuff like that. So that's how they're kind of getting C1. I mean, like I said, going off track a little bit, but Bancroft plays Friday. They play Logan, View, Scribner, Snyder. What was that four towns? And they're a Class C1 team. So, and they got a big score. So they got a tough game coming up on Friday. So, I mean, just like I said, I think that team is in that, what's it called?
The East Husker Conference.
East Husker Conference, I think, yeah. So that would probably be the next one, but I mean, that'd be something to check on too, to see if any of those teams are, C1 or above.
So did Ponca? Did they move? What conference did they move to? Do you guys know? And if you don't know, or if you do know, is it a tougher conference? Is it a bigger conference?
It might be that one.
I know a lot of teams that went to that one though. Nick's right. There's a whole bunch of teams in there.
Yeah.
Though. There's a lot of them.
Because like even going to a conference that has like way more teams than Lewis and Clark, I think that would be good. Then you have at least a variety of competition, different communities and whatnot. But just being part of a conference, what do we have? 10 teams, I think, or 12, 16?
7.
7 teams?
7.
That's
yeah,
it?
a lot of them left for the East Husker Conference.
I'm just trying to think of that up on in our gym, those banners that are up there. And,
They probably got a yank
I
some
thought
of
there
it.
was like 5 on this side, 5 on this side. But anyway, I didn't know that. That just seems
Well, I mean, like
it's-
Osmond's up there, but they didn't field the boys basketball team this year. Just girls.
Yeah.
Is there, sorry, Is there a mid-state conference? Does that ring a bell?
I think that one's newer.
Okay, so that's where Ponca moved to compete to the mid-state conference.
Do you got?
Join that in 24-25.
Can you pull up who's on there while we're talking about it? But I was gonna say, like, you know, like, I thought there was 10 or 12. I know there used to be like 16 or something like that when the brackets used to look, you know, full all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand some of the concerns Chris has. The Lewis and Clark conference is, you know, has been stronger in the past, and you know, it's just not. There's just not as many teams as it used to be.
Yeah, when way back in the day when BLUV was in high school, there was only 5 teams.
4. Who was the 5th?
Remember, there was us, Snyder. Was it Macy, Flanagan, and NSD?
That was the Logan Valley.
Logan Valley.
Well, but my sophomore year, I thought there was only 4 of us, and that was just us, Macy, NSD, and ISD.
I don't remember that.
He was a freshman. So
I remember we played them, but
I don't know. That's a good
anyway,
question.
it was
Google.
It was Google that. But anyway, I was just saying, like, you just to be part of a bigger conference than 5 teams or 4 teams, you know.
Chris, that's how Jules scored those 50 and 51. They played ISD and NSD back to back. Quince had 17 and 19 assists.
Is that the School of the Blind or?
Deaf.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, we played those guys in the Logan Valley Conference tournament. There was only 4 of us. Macy played ISD, got beat. We played NSD, kind of slapped them. Here we played ISD. We barely beat them. Some of those guys can hoop 6'5", 6'4". Then they don't, you know, they can't hear the whistle, so they keep going. You just call foul, shit, and they'll foul you again right after that. So it was tough. They almost put it to us. And
Yeah, I was a freshman. Coach didn't pay me that much, and these guys couldn't even handle it. They needed dad.
Oh, I guess my final thoughts on it would be, you know, like, since we had the schedule for so long, like, what games could we like replace with, you know, like just to change it up a little bit, or how do we go about that, and like, you know, just making it a little bit tougher. And I know the girls, they already got a really tough schedule, so like I don't know how that would affect like the girls and like, you know, like I know there's just a whole bunch more to it, but you know, that was just kind of on my mind.
I would
more info.
When you're gonna try to I mean, like if you were to try to bump a team and add a team, I would just try to bump those teams that are like just that are smaller, that are the D2s, D1s, and maybe the ones that are not as competitive as the better team. Because, like I said, I'm not taking nothing away, because any of those lower teams playing Winnebago, being kind of, been a good team for years, and then PowerPoint wise, would be helping those teams that are smaller, like a Bancroft. They're D2 this year, so them playing Winnebago and that would help them PowerPoint wise, you know. So I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Who do you bump? Who do you add? How does it work? You know. So
I think that's like completely up to the athletic director to make those changes. Remember when Adam James was there? He's the one that kind of added those tough games on, got those scheduled and stuff like that. We played Pine Ridge that time. Pine Ridge came down. I think they were ranked that year too. But it was, you know, just scheduling games like that. You know, that's kind of what we kind of want to see it happen. And I know that's what he's talking about too.
Yeah, we're not trying to make your job harder, Nick. Though it's just up for discussion.
I know. Yeah, and then like
ideas.
and then it's just open discussion. You know, that's what we do. That's what
Nick's
we do.
like,
Yeah. I know. Put me on the spot. No, it's just open discussion, and if you can go back and tell everybody, it's all good. Nah, just kidding. No, but
we want this team on our schedule. We want we want to travel here. We want McDonald's here at this stop.
Do you McDonald's too? Yeah.
Hey, sack lunches.
Sack lunches. No, we get canes delivered. Oh man, you imagine what happened if you offered those boys canes every night? Shoot, they'd probably give you guys their all. Anyway, so Coach Nick, since you had the mic already, so I'm gonna. Coach Chris, were we done with that topic?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep Coach Nick on the mic here. I know we want to talk a little bit about wrestling season. You know, I know the boys are coming up on their districts here pretty soon.
Yep.
But the girls, they their season came to an end, but I want to give you some time on the mic so you can kind of just discuss it a little bit, because like I said earlier, you're always front. You got the front row seats with that camera, and you get to see all the close-up stuff. You know, where everybody else either seeing pictures on Facebook or they're up in the stands and seeing a bunch of people down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you the mic and talk a little bit about the wrestling season.
So this year I have been a little bit more present with girls wrestling and than I have with boys, just because of how the schedule works. I mean, you guys kind of know I'm pretty much at every basketball game, so I kind of have to try to work around that schedule a little bit more. I guess just taking a look at some of the records we had this year. We had 5 girls finish with 25 wins.
Oh, nice.
That was huge. That's Lula Decora, Javiana Chavez, Zanaya, Redhorn, Ricardo Littlewalker, and Zoe Wilkie. Is that her name?
Nice.
Wilk dog.
Yep.
Nice.
And then earlier this season, Ricardo did record her 100th win. That was great to watch.
Yeah.
I talked to Tramer about it earlier the year, because I was like, hey, we're going to get this stuff ready. We're going to get the banner and stuff ready. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, she's going to get her 100th win soon, right? He's like, there's no way. He's like, she had 17 wins her freshman and sophomore year together, combined.
Oh, wow.
She gets like 36, 38 last year. This year she gets 44 wins.
Wow.
That's over half her win.
That's a huge turnaround, man. Huge turnaround.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So
That's
he's
crazy.
like, oh, I don't know. It might be. He's like, I don't know. We'll look into it. Looks in. Yeah, I have to get that banner. I have to get that banner ordered.
And she's actually the one that took the LNI championship up there in her weight class, right?
Yep. And I mean, she did have her season end at districts. That is a little bit unfortunate. Just the amount of work I see her put in every day. I mean, me and Trent were talking about it every day. It's like it was a lifestyle change for her.
Yeah.
Like she goes from wrestling heavyweight her freshman year, getting beat up by Precious Decora, and then she drops down to like 150, 145, those weight classes. And like she's a hard worker. 6 a.m. weights every day. When her schedule kind of changed a little bit, she'd go to school, go down to the gym, come back to school, and just constant camps every year. It was like this was something she really worked towards the last 4 years, so it was a little bit disappointing. I know it was very disappointing for her.
Yeah.
So, she goes into districts, wins her first round, wins her second round, gets put into the semifinals, and she goes full like all 3 periods with a girl that she had wrestled like at almost every duel, every meet. One of the Tri-County girls. Doesn't win that one. I think she lost that one 1-6. Then she goes into the backside. That one, I think that one. No, it was a bit rough. Like she tries to reach back and go. I think she tried to go into a body lock and it just didn't work for her. Tough, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I kind of talked to her a little bit, and I was like, I talked to her a little bit after her match, and obviously she's a senior. Everybody wants to talk to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, the person you become over the last 4 years is going to take you a lot further than a district medal ever will.
Yeah, you are right.
And then Zoe was our returning state qualifier for girls. I didn't get to watch her a whole lot her first day. I think she went 1-1, and she was on the backside. First match, she won on the backside and goes into the blood round. It just happened so fast. I couldn't even really process it.
Oh.
And that's kind of that's where her season ended. And I know she had high expectations for herself being a returning state qualifier, and just not being able to go back, that is tough.
Yeah. It sure is. And I'm glad you got to give us that little visual, because I know that being there and then being part of these kids' life every day, that you're not just the you're not just that guy that's carrying that camera around taking pictures of them. You know, they talk to you every day, they see you every day. You know, you kind of get emotionally invested in these student athletes, and so yeah, it would be tough to sit there and have to see those kind of emotions, you know, up front and center, you know. But I know that they hired you for that job down there for a reason, and I think that you're the right guy for the job, you know. And I know that those athletes that you just named all appreciate you. So we'll continue. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so then we had we had a couple others that didn't go as far. They wrestled on the first day, and they might have went like 0-2, 1-2. I mean, taking nothing away from the other guys, but I mean they all work just as hard as each other. That's what they're all there for in the wrestling room, is push each other to get better. And just sometimes cards don't roll how you want them to. I know Lula put in a lot of effort. She's another wrestler who was a huge lifestyle change. I mean, you guys kind of know her. She's like one of those kids that's like a volleyball player, basketball player, track, but with basketball, never really loved it as much as she felt like she should have. And she goes out for wrestling, and it's just a whole lifestyle change for her, and just a mentality change, really, because I mean, it's like she developed like that. You kind of see that work ethic come out of her a little bit more. She's pushing herself in practice, going to camps, going to clinics, trying to do all the stuff in the off season. So, just shout out to her. I mean, it was, I've enjoyed seeing that side of her come out a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we had another senior, Javiana Chavez. She unfortunately did not get to wrestle at districts. She got injured at the Cedar Bluffs meet a week before. I was a little bit disappointed by that, just because the short time I've got to be around her, she's a competitor. She's fiery. I know she was disappointed by that one, but just at a certain point, you do have to weigh your odds, weigh your risks. Is it kind of worth it? Do you really, I'm not asking her, do you want it that bad? But it's like, is it worth getting injured even more?
Yeah, that happens in all sports
Yep.
too, man. And then us, the athletes. I said us, I'm not an athlete anymore, but the athletes, they're so competitive that they
don't care.
A lot of them want to play through the injury.
Yep.
We all did that before. Lied to the coach or lied to our parents, and when we shouldn't have been playing.
I never lied.
My next guest next week will be Janet and Greg Bass.
Shut up, Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
I mean,
guys
just kind
won't
of
lie for you.
But yeah, just kind of going off what you're saying, with me in my position, it does kind of, it does weigh a lot on you emotionally, having to see that pretty regularly. Like, I mean, I watch volleyball season end. I watched rock season end at districts during cross country. Seeing those guys' season end at districts, it does weigh a lot on you. But I mean, you get to be a part of the bigger moments too.
Yeah.
Like, I got to watch her first hand win her 100th match.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, it kind of outweighs the bad. So you just gotta kind of take the good with the bad.
Yeah. That's life right there. That's life. Hey man, I appreciate you telling the story the way you did about the girls wrestling program, because I know that it's a huge thing. I know Winnebago hosts the biggest girls wrestling tournament in the state of Nebraska, possibly the country.
We used to be the girls wrestling tournament in Nebraska.
Yeah.
There are some bigger ones that have taken over, like the Norm Manstead Invite, and I can't remember which one they do in Columbus, but there's a few big ones out there now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to open up Whirling Thunder Wellness Center, the St. Aug's gym. We have to open up those gyms and try to get back to being the top.
Get a mat on the slab.
Yeah, get them out of slab out there in the wintertime. That'd be great.
I never needed one over there.
It's like a wrestling match when you was playing basketball. Anyway, BLUV. But hey, I like those pictures up there. About the wrestling squad right there. They're all decked out into Hawaiian night at the basketball game of the
Those
night.
are senior night. It was aloha to our seniors.
Oh.
That's
Hey.
our senior squad right there.
So you want to give a little update on the boys?
So, yep, we do have districts this week. Jared recorded his 150th win a few weeks ago.
We gave him a shout out on here about that. Yeah,
that was last episode.
Week.
Yeah, he's undefeated right now. I think he's at 47-0. He is hot on Coach Zagurski's tail for his wins record.
Oh, really?
Single season.
Weren't we asking about that too?
How hot on the trail are you talking about?
He's about. What do you think? He's about 7 wins away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like I mean, we talk about it all the time. We talk to Coach Zagurski about it. We're like, how did you get that many matches? We're like, you can't even wrestle that many matches anymore. He's like, well, you guys kept saying it, and you guys said he wasn't gonna catch me, and now he's gonna catch me. I was like, yeah. I was like, he had to wrestle 10 tournaments, districts, state, wrestle out at every meet. I was like, he had to compete. He had to wrestle. He had to get a lot of mat time in order to get that.
Couldn't be injured during that
Couldn't
time.
sit out a meet. Had to go to. He went to every single one, and I was like, he had to do that just to be able to catch you, because he'll tie him.
Yeah.
He'll most likely tie Darrell.
Oh,
That before the state tournament,
including.
including if he wins out all the way,
Yep.
then he'll be tied.
Yep.
That'd be dope.
And I mean, obviously he's the defending state champ.
He's still the number 1 heavyweight.
Yep. Most likely go to state.
Yeah.
We have a couple other guys that we strongly believe might be able to punch their ticket or at least make some noise out in districts. Obviously, we have a returning state qualifier, Zakai Redhorn. He's kind of been a little bit banged up, but he's been working his tail off. I think he's 21-4 right now.
Nice.
And we'll have Ho Hump Snake. I think he's around mid-30s for wins. And I'm glad he got down to weight where he should be, because there's the weight class he was at before, 175. It was jam-packed. Like, there's a kid out there. There's probably a kid out there in our district that's ranked top 10 that's probably not gonna go to state. That is how jam-packed that district is for his weight class. And Jacob Lincoln, he's another kid who's like worked really hard the last 4 years, just hasn't had things go his way at districts. And this is gonna be his opportunity to turn around and punch his ticket to Omaha.
And Jacob's a senior too, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Pat Burt's another one. He's
Oh yeah.
he hasn't had a whole lot of mat time this year. He's been injured, been sick, and he's unfortunately he's not seedable for districts. So he's gonna have to knock somebody off, but he's gonna have his opportunities. He's gonna have his opportunities at districts.
Yeah.
And I mean, just kind of talking to Tranmer, this is the first time in boys program history that we'll have at least 3 boys with 25 wins. And if Zakai can kind of get back on track, we'll have 4.
Nice. Oh, that'll be beautiful.
It's amazing.
Yeah, those guys are doing a good job. Those coaches are doing a good job with those kids. I mean, you're having success in both the boys and girls, and then anytime you're flirting around with even making it to state, I mean, you're doing a good job, So yeah, thanks for that info, man. I know that we're so much into, because our kids are into basketball and stuff like that we need to hear the inside scoop like that from somebody that's there, So we really appreciate that. And I know that you even can talk about basketball too, because you're at all the basketball games too. So it's always good to have you up here as one of the guests and everything like that. So we appreciate it. But Jared Doxey, he's probably got a big target on his back,
Oh yeah,
And,
he's got a target. He's got a target the size of Wyoming on his back.
And there's just like he's the guy to try to knock off. And what do you say his record is this year?
47-0.
47-0. And then did you guys date back to last year too, of how long that streak ended up really being?
So he'd be on a 51 win streak, because he didn't win a district championship. He lost in the district championship last year.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I believe that was the Bishop Newman kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he beat him in a state tournament though?
Actually, he got upset in the state tournament before he even made it that far. I think he I think he was on the other side of the bracket because they're in the same district, so they weren't on the same they weren't in the same bracket.
Yeah, hey guys, Coach Chris got to head out. He's got some stuff he's got to get to, but I want to give you the mic for one last time. If you want any closing remarks, Coach.
Yeah, I just want to thank Nick for coming up and kind of sharing that with us, because it's always good to hear about all the sports that are going on. And I know a lot of people in our community really have a lot of pride in that program, and you love to see it, man. And I've always said that no matter the sport, those are just opportunities for our youth to kind of take advantage of, and keep them out of the streets, and just kind of a safe place for them to go, and around people that are going to take care of them and kind of treat them like their own. So I'm proud of you guys, and keep up the good work, and shout out to all the kids that partake, because I know wrestling is not an easy sport, and it's not for everybody too. So keep on keeping on, and gonna support any way that I can. I know there's a lot of meets that you guys go to and stuff like that, and it gets a little tough, and your plate's full. But in general, I think I'll speak for all of us too. We appreciate you and everything you do, and being at the games, and going all out for the boys. Love to see it. So just want to end on that note, but appreciate you guys.
And as Coach Chris is heading out, I just want to remind all you community members from Winnebago that tomorrow morning, Coach Chris and his family is doing a fundraiser for the boys, Adrian and DJ. They're having a breakfast fundraiser tomorrow, so make sure all the information is on. I think we could end up pulling it up, but it could be on the Big Voice Facebook page, but also it is on Christian LaPointe's Facebook page about the breakfast. So make sure and hit them up. They'll be down in I believe in the Blackhawk Center lobby, down in downtown Winnebago.
There it is right there.
It's for the expenses, for travel expenses to the All West Native American Classic out in Denver, Colorado, next month. So, man, that thing's next month already. We got some work to do. It's an annual trip that everybody takes down to Denver, and I know BLUV. You guys talked about going down. Are you guys going down?
We're going down.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. A lot of times the Winnebago teams always do pretty decent down here. Even some of the boys, they hop on different squads, they always do decent down here. So it's always a good weekend of full of basketball.
I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about too a long time ago when younger. It's like I wish the boys would all would just stay and go out there with one team and go see how they can do just from one reservation. Go try it. I'd love to see it, but there's about 30 of them that want to try to go, so I mean, so it's just kind of, then it goes down to where, how you going to mix everybody together, how you going to get everybody their PT, if they're all, all that stuff. So that's why it's take a team, and then, everybody else, they'll probably, they got buddies everywhere else too. So however it works out, but be interesting to see what would happen.
All right. Hey, also speaking of fundraisers, this coming Friday, the day before Valentine's Day, the Warpath High School basketball team that's going out to Denver, they're having a fundraiser for Valentine's Day. Six steak tacos, taco asadas with homemade salsa, cilantro, onions if you want, but it's going to be in a heart-shaped container, so you can buy your woman, buy your man, buy your kids, buy your parents, your side piece. No, but you guys can buy these heart-shaped taco containers with 6 taco asadas in there for $15. We'll also be down at the Blackhawk Community Center lobby, and all those proceeds are going to be going to the Warpath High School basketball team for their trip out to Denver as well. So hop on the Facebook page and go check it out.
Nice. Where you guys getting those at?
What do you mean, where we getting those at?
You got
The containers or the?
No, you're making them?
Yeah.
Oh, you're making them?
See.
Is that
Mucho.
Sí, que pasa?
You like that, BLUV? All right, man. Hey, so let's see what time we got. So BLUV, one thing I'll talk about, and I'm not sure, Nick, if you watch this or anything like that, but my last part of this segment, this episode is this coming weekend, bro, is the NBA All-Star Weekend. What's up?
Bro, you know me, man. I quit watching NBA years ago. I'm just, since Manny he saved himself a bashing real quick is like,
Yeah.
I can't do it no more. That LeBron James just killed the game for me. I always have every little side sarcastic remark every show for the past 3 years about that. I can't do it, man. I can't watch it no more. It's just the whole NBA basketball to me is just a high-powered three-point contest. No defense. Everybody just flops, throws himself on the ground, and it's just like
Cries to the ref.
cry to the ref, and then just shoot threes and see who can get the most points.
And most recently, everybody's trying to fight around too. Did you notice that?
There ain't no fighting in this era.
Like there's
when they throw a
there
pillow
was
at
like-
each other.
There was like 3 different fights in the last 2 nights. But even one person said, well, they're trying to build a rivalry with those 2 teams, and if they meet in the playoffs, and so it's kind of like you're selling that. You know, you're
that's all
selling
it is.
So the media can do what they want with that.
I watch highlights on Sports Center.
Wow.
I mean, especially from the All-Star weekend. I mean, bro, honestly, the game, the actual All-Star game from back when we used to watch in the 90s and 2000s and stuff. Even I always used to talk about Kobe. I respect Kobe now. I mean, now that he's gone, but just watching all the games that he did, Kobe and Mike. Now it's just like, the All-Star most points scored in the All-Star game was this much, was like 50 by so and so. Nobody play no defense. Everybody stands there, and then someone get a fast break. I seen one game, they got a fast break, and then the Greek Freak is running back, and then Steph Curry is back, and he laid down on the top of the key. And because that kind of stuff, like, what you gonna count that? You gonna count that point? Come on, man! It's just the whole era of basketball in the NBA is just. I won't watch it. I won't watch it.
Well, what about you, Nick?
I mean, I agree that All-Star Game's not what it used to be, but you got to think from like the entertainment aspect, because it's not purely for the love of sport. There is a lot of financial reasoning combined behind it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's entertainment.
Yeah, it's for the show.
Yeah.
It's for the show.
It's not like during the '90s when guys are out there playing for $10,000 a year because they love basketball.
Yeah.
It's different. People's reasoning changed. People's reasoning playing basketball's changed.
So that could be a whole episode in itself, and then go down a rabbit hole about the money, the whole money thing. Myself, let's see. I'll just be honest. Like myself, I do still watch All-Star Weekend. I watch all the events, and so I could talk about it. Talk about it, and I still have the boys come watch the dunk contest with me, and we have our favorites of who's gonna win the 3-point contest and whatnot like that. So it's still fun to us. But the All-Star game, I'll watch it for a little while until I walk out. Like you say, you walk out on it. I don't know if it's last year or year before, but they played basically a pickup game to 25.
Yeah.
And there were 4 teams, and it was kind of like a little tournament. I hated that.
Yeah.
Because
Did they change that?
Because we were rooting for
LeBron?
Tatum, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Jalen Brunson, all in the East. And Jalen Brunson, the team that he played on, they lost that first game, and he played like half of that little section, and then they lost the second game, and so we only got to watch him play like 10 minutes out of the whole All-Star game. So he's like, man, let's not do that. But I think that what they're trying to do is they try to change up the format to a lot of things every year based on what people are complaining about.
Oh.
So they were like, do you remember they had to pull up that one the white boy?
Mac McClung.
Yeah, for the dunk
They
contest.
should keep him in there.
Because nobody would do it, but nobody in the NBA that could dunk wanted to get in there and throw their name in the hat.
Yeah, they're all scared. They don't want, because they know they're gonna bring him in, and he's probably an internet favorite. And I mean, don't get me wrong, that boy could jump and he could dunk. He's a good dunker. He does stuff that nobody else sees. Pete, our little bro Pete, he don't like him in that dunk contest. He says he's got all you guys fooled because when he jumps over people and when they're holding that ball over their head,
He pushes off.
He says he grabs that ball and he pushes off, so he goes higher. There's no way you can do that.
I mean, Aaron Gordon used to do the same thing.
Well, Aaron Gordon used that. Yeah.
Well,
I don't think they
Aaron
do.
Gordon and what's his name? Zach LaVine.
Yeah, that's the best dunk contest
That's
That had to be the best dunk contest ever.
Yeah,
I
think
mean,
so.
even you go back to Vince and you go back to '88.
Yeah.
that was
Well,
those guys put on a show.
Let's say there was nobody competing with Vince. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Well, still-
take that back.
that was-
Take T-Mac could dunk. Steve Francis, those guys are all good dunkers, but they're just nobody can compare to Vince, you know. But no, he had comp.
and they actually had some good dunks tonight, but compared to what Vince was doing, that was just
Vince,
crazy.
yeah, that's crazy. I mean, even I wish they would go back if they could do the dunk contest. Go back to the old format. Get your top 8 dunkers in the NBA, your high flyers, and then go do the same rounds. Everybody have 2 dunks in the first round. Your top 4 go to the next round. You get 3 dunks. Top 2 of the championships, 3 dunks. Go do it. That's 8 dunks that you can have to see. And then don't let them go up there and throw the ball 13 lobs to try to get it the right lob. You know,
Yeah,
just
either
go
you
and
make it or you miss it.
Yeah. And then you get one attempt to redo it if you miss. I mean, that's it. Just do it like that. And just it's too much of entertainment, and I can't stand the NBA nowadays, bro.
And I think that stars like Ant-Man, John Morant, those guys, I think they should already have something in. If you get voted in from the fans, then you got to compete.
Yeah.
Something like that, you know, because those are the guys that we want to see dunk.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of these young cats, and we don't really know them. They're not household names or anything like that. You know, I mean, it could put them on the map.
Yeah.
But then you go back to like you go back to like D Brown and stuff like that. He was a good dunker. He won the dunk contest, but do you remember him being a point guard in the
Well,
NBA?
he played. Yeah, I mean, he played, but that same with Spud Webb. You didn't remember when we were young. We seen him win that dunk contest, but he was a point guard, but he didn't. He probably had like 3 dunks in a game career.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like he's whatever, you know. But yeah, put those big names in there.
All right, so
That's
I got a good thing I'm gonna say here. Okay, 3-point contest. BLUV, Devin Booker, Con Kneppel, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, Norman Powell, and Bobby Portis Jr. You even know any of those guys?
I know about 4 or 5 of them.
All right. So out of the 4 or 5, who are you picking?
Damian Lillard.
Okay, Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
What about you?
I gotta take Devin Booker. He has the record for most in a 3-point contest, doesn't he? I think he holds the record for most points in a 3-point contest.
If he beat Craig Hodges,
19.
well, I know
in a row.
Steph beat Craig Hodges.
Well, they have to. They got 10 pointers now. Big clown 3-point contest too. Man, listen, that air off. I'm getting mad. Talking about
Well,
that.
I'm going with this rookie right here, Con Kneppel. I don't know how you say his last name, but
He's conning you already by what that name.
all right, hold on now. So we got our picks, right, and we're gonna talk about this one.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that in the next
Remember,
episode.
real quick too. Remember, do they still do that skills challenge where they got to run, dribble that ball, and go?
Yeah.
They do that too. Waste of time.
All right, so the guys that are in the dunk contest now, okay?
Okay. Is there more than 4? Or is there
There
4?
are 4.
Okay.
Okay, I already know who you're gonna pick, right?
Okay.
So, Jackson Hayes, he's from the Lakers. He's a high flyer.
Okay,
I've
I'm
seen
already-
catch some lobs.
Already not picking him.
Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant, he's a forward from the San Antonio Spurs. So he's running alongside Wembanyama. And then Keyshawn Johnson, he's from the Miami Heat. And then Jace Richardson, he's from a guard from Orlando Magic. He's the son of former NBA champion Jason Richardson.
Yeah. Huh.
Those are the 4 competing this year.
I never even seen any of them, heard of any of them, or watched any of them dunk. So
Dang, you're not fun.
I'm not watching that crap.
Okay. Well, anyway, so you got to pick then. I know. I thought he was gonna pick Jace Richardson since you know who Jason Richardson was.
Well, his dad won twice, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day. Okay, let's roll with him.
Okay. All right.
If he's
What's your
first out,
coach?
I'm never doing this again.
Yeah. I'll take Richardson too, just because I feel like a lot of like the other front court players, they don't get as many points just because everybody's like they're already tall, they're already dunking.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody's flying around like Dwight Howard was in his prime.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that guy. Yeah, that was a good one there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So my My dark horse pick is going to be this guy from the Lakers, just because
LeBron.
you don't want him to.
Yeah.
Just because of LeBron for you. All right, so Jackson Hayes is my pick for that one here. All right, so, and then just so you know, even though I'm a big Jordan fan, in 1988, Jordan didn't win that dunk contest.
Oh no,
Dominique won that dunk contest. He was hosed because they were in Chicago.
Yeah.
So,
but at the same time, not trying to back Jordan. Dominique did the same dunk 4 times. How often? That's I don't know. Did the windmill? It's the only dunk he had.
but that last dunk he had though, the windmill 2-hand from the baseline.
That was nice.
That was different.
Yeah.
So
It was the same.
it was 2-handed.
Oh.
and he
He won it off that. Okay, good. Yeah, good job. Hey, but you can't say nothing. Jordan did the same dunk twice too. So yeah, heck with that one. We're going to Zach and Aaron
All right.
Gordon.
Just so everybody knows, BLUV's having a watch party at his house this weekend on Sunday during the All-Star game. So everybody meet up at BLUV's house.
I'm gonna get my dogs out.
All right. Hey, any last words, you guys? No?
Heck with LeBron. Go
Nick.
ahead, bro. Go ahead, Nick.
Senior night tomorrow, basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Winnebago Public School against the Santee Warriors.
Oh, hey, yeah. If Santee's boys are listening, shout out to Waylon and you guys, boys, come down. I got us at Bonanza Chicken. Just kidding.
Just got us belly up at the Bonanza for chicken. All right. Well, hey, yeah, definitely be at the game tomorrow. Are we live streaming tomorrow? We will be live streaming the game tomorrow. So you guys that are at home that got too many kids, you guys can't come to the game, or maybe your car has a flat tire, no gas, or
it's a bill payday and you're broke.
Yeah. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, it's payday tomorrow. It's on, so you better be at the game. No, so we'll definitely be at the game. We'll live stream tomorrow, so make sure and tune in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. This is the show.